Okay, so yesterday afternoon, I left the house. Okay, now I left the house for a very specific reason. I left the house to clear my head. Okay, now a lot of people, once they get submersed within a certain type of energy when it comes to being around certain types of people, or maybe they've just got something on their mind for a long period of time, they need to get out of that environment that they're in, which is making them think in that kind of self-destructive way. And often people go to their favourite places. My favourite place was a park, right? Recently I've been travelling around a bit, I've been visiting a lot of parks, and they're just places where I can ground myself and just no one's there. There's no one there to look at me, there's no one there to be around me. And I can just think perfectly fine on my own and just sort out my stuff. So I picked up my skateboard and I left the house last night in a rush. Okay, now there's one main thing that happened to me, which is why I'm deciding to make this video in the first place. You know, this happens to me on a day in and day out basis. I've been recently making videos that are pertaining to my everyday experiences, my insights, my epiphanies, my development and self-reflection when it comes to me becoming aware of my own subconscious and my own actions, okay? And when I cleared my head, I picked up my skateboard, and on the way to the park as I was skating around, I noticed that there were a group of people in front of me. Okay, a group of people in front of me, and I didn't want to act angry. I didn't want my stress or my emotional stuff, the stuff that was coming up for me to review and change and fix within the present moment. I didn't want that to impact my experience with my interactions with people that I'm meeting on the street, because a lot of people nowadays, they see people and they're just automatically, they're just angry for, like, they just direct all of their anger, all of their frustration on things that have nothing to do with people that they're just meeting now for the first time, and they just judge them straight away. They just use all of the thought form, all of the energy that they've been suppressing from whatever's been bugging them for the past year or two, and they use that and they direct it towards someone who's just done something that they may not like, which is just something so small, like... Anyway, they would use these things as an excuse to lash out at people who aren't really doing wrong in the first place. Okay, this is why you get somebody who's very explosive, is very hot-tempered. They've got a whole bunch of emotional trauma and emotional stress which is built up over time, and these little things that annoy them are being used as an emotional outlet for all of that baggage to just channel through, and then you get people just overreacting over small things which really are unimportant. And so after walking to this park and encountering my first group of people, I noticed straight away how I automatically wanted to give myself an excuse to snap at these people, just so that I can use them as an outlet for my crap, right? my issue that I was solving at the present time, which is the reason why I left the house in the first place. But instantly I realized that I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to be like everyone else. I didn't want to start just shooting negative crap at people for no reason at all. And in that moment, for like a really fast split second, as soon as I noticed myself wanting to do that, I automatically stopped it. Straight away, automatically stopped it. And I remember apologizing inside my head to the people. I remember saying in my head to the first group of people, even though I haven't even done it yet, I'm sorry for the way I was behaving. You know, it's stupid of me, it's got nothing to do with you at all. I'm just going through my own stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with you. That is the exact same thing that I said inside my mind. And I had not even projected the energy yet. I just had a slight thought form saying, okay, do it. And as soon as I noticed that I was just about to do it, just as soon as the thought form even just arose within my mind, my body shifted. The way I carried myself shifted in order to help project, and that's what made me notice this subconscious behavior, this action of projecting negative energy from past experiences that I'm trying to resolve, which is why I'm clearing my head. As soon as I caught it off guard and I fixed that projection issue, it happened again within the store. I went to a store to eat something. I wanted a snack to eat, okay? I wanted to eat something healthy, something I just wanted to leave to go to the store. As soon as I entered the store, after skateboarding around for about 20 to 30 minutes, I noticed again there was this child in front of me. He had two sisters that were carrying the baby, okay? One was carrying the baby stuff, the other one was carrying the baby. And the person behind the till, the checkout, was a Muslim guy. Okay, he was as soon as he saw the baby, he started to melt, his ego disappeared, and he got really lovey-dovey, you know, because babies do that with people. And I'm behind, and all I'm remembering is the time that I approached the first group of people and I apologized. I was self-aware of how I could portray the present experience and put them into a box in order to give myself an excuse to lash out at them. And I instantly didn't even try to project. Instead, I just smiled at the guy because I understood it was a mutual understanding that the baby had brought this happiness within the place. I then paid for my stuff. I then proceeded to skateboard into the park, where I then sat down and cleared my head. I fixed the thing that was bugging me the most, which was stopping me from being, or it was distracting me for starters, because I was supposed to be making a video yesterday. It didn't happen because a certain person who lived within my household, who I have an issue with, who I barely see, showed up. And yeah, the issue I had with him was when I was a little less conscious. It was when I was 18. And it turned out at the end it had absolutely nothing to do with me. It was just him projecting his crap. And it was that confusion which bugged me. I didn't realize what was going on, and that sat with me for a long time. And I fixed it. I fixed it by reviewing it and just looking at it from a practical sense. And it's kind of funny because he was projecting his crap. And I learnt the issue through me observing myself about to project my crap. So it worked hand in hand, which was really great. Anubis Master mentioned you in a comment on your post. Plus Rhyme Cropper. Dude, I don't know if you already said it in a video or not, but when I meditate when I was like 15 minutes, I started vibrating and feeling the sensation of separation between soul and body. It's cool. Smiley face. When this happened, the night I sleep, I get out of my body. Finally, I did it. It's the second time I do it intentionally. The first time was in daytime. The second was when I was sleeping. Well, actually, it is so realistic that I had some paradox problems with understanding if, and then the message goes on and on and on. So this is another person who's managed to do it. Thanks. You know, I'm glad a lot of people are able to astral project using the 4-step system that I've posted on my YouTube channel. This was the intentional fast track crash course that I uploaded on purpose, because I put it on there because I designed it, I fashioned that 4-step system so that most people can understand it. Whereas the one that I'm doing at the moment, I'm having to teach, personally. Jake, this is a cool guy, Jake. Hey Ryan, I'd be happy to write a review for you. I actually had an OBE after taking a nap Saturday afternoon using your 10-step method. I believe it was Saturday. Was it Saturday? That we actually had the consultation. Not unless it was Friday. It's probably Saturday. I have to check it out later on Skype. Now these are just a handful of people that are using my 4-step system or are booking consultations and are succeeding at astral projection, who are actually able to do it, because there is no sure way for you to actually believe the things that I'm saying, which is why I don't tell you guys to believe it straight away. I tell you guys to leave your mind open to the possibility of experiencing this stuff for yourself. It's emotion, it's excitement. You get excited about the things that I'm telling you that I'm experiencing within my real life. You get excited about it, and then it makes you encouraged enough to want to do it for yourself. So I give you that option to learn how to do it yourself so that you can actually firsthand have an account where you're actually astral projecting. That is the whole goal of this. Teaching you guys to be self-responsible, self-independent in progression when it comes to you moving forward with your spiritual development, when it comes to you moving forward with your observation of your own consciousness to make your life easier. to manipulate the way that you think, to manipulate the way that your consciousness is behaved in order to put you in new experiences which make you understand your objective reality, your observational reality, your inner reality, to see how things are put together. However, every now and then I do get people who don't like my videos, and I very rarely check my comments. I'm going to do it now on video just to show you guys how I respond to them. I only check my comments if it's the first 5 or 10 of a video that I've just posted. Like this one, for example, I'm going to check the first 5, maybe 8 comments. Mainly because the people who jump to the videos first are the ones that are actually interested in the content. So they're going to be good comments. After my videos hit over 1,000, I just don't go near them. But let's do that, shall we? My computer's here, my Mac. Can't see it. Yeah. I died, battled shadow beings, and got over my fear. Let's look at this. I haven't checked the comments for this yet, as of yet, after it's gone up over a certain amount of views. So this will be interesting. Okay, 97 likes. It's decent. Ooh, here we go. There are comments rate. Okay. I love to hear your stories more in depth. I'm still trying to do some extra projection. Orion, they're quite amazing. I like the way you put that. Orion, you're quite amazing. Thanks. Camellia. Trying this, stick your hands in a wall and pull them apart. You can open a portal which will in a boring place. Awesome, I'm gonna try that. There's a lot of positive comments for this one. this is a surprise. It's hard to find a negative one. Actually, I know which one will be negative, because my early stuff. There's one person who's been commenting this video on my channel. She's been doing it for the past 7 months. 7 months, and she still comments it to this day. Wow. Okay. Most popular, how to astral project crash course. It's the first one you see as soon as you type in astral projection on YouTube. And her comment should be one, there we go. Wow, says Anastasia Love. Wow, people are teaching others how to do demonic things like astral projection. This world is, yeah. 112 replies. Okay, let's just think about this. Without me reading the rest of the replies, because that's a long list. And okay, it was posted 5 months ago. I'll read the first comment that is in response to that comment on my video. The King of Archery says, "What makes you think this is demonic?" Who the hell said I was being disrespectful? That sounds like it kicks ass. It does kick ass. It kicks a lot of ass, and you can kick ass too in the astral realms, but you know it sounds cool though. And then that's got 2 likes. But yeah, she keeps going on and 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 on, scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down, scrolling down. And it shall stay closed. If you want to check this out, by the way, go check it out after this video, or I'll put a link in the description, or maybe you can just click on my face, and then it will go to this video and just scroll down. But yeah, is it demonic? Is it demonic like astral projection? Well, let's look at this, okay? I'm not going to judge her and say, oh, you're freaking out over something you don't understand. I'm not going to approach this comment at that type of angle, okay? Demonic, the word demonic, what does it mean? Let's look it up on Google. Everyone does that nowadays, we just look at things up on Google. Definition of demonic. Okay, or relating or characteristics of demons or evil spirits. Okay, definition of demon. An evil spirit or devil, especially one thought to possess a person or act as a tormentor in hell. Well, that could be misconstrued. That can be changed, that can be altered. Look at between the grey lines. Hell, everyone's burning from the inside out, right? Well, in 3D, there are some places where people are literally burning from the inside out. They've got acidic blood, they've got all these diseases, they're always tormented by their own thoughts and people around them. Some areas on Earth can be related to a living hell. You also have people nowadays who deliberately cast spells on people. They say certain words, put certain ideas in certain people's head to possess them with a certain idea, to make them terrified, worried, or just to make them in a certain mindset, which is very degrading and unproductive of their natural growth in spiritual life and being happy. So you can get human demons who also like to cause, or an evil spirit or devil, especially one thought to possess a person or act as a torment or in hell. So you can get loads of different types of people who can represent a kind of demon or demonic nature. It's not just because they look ugly in the astral realms. A lot of people seem to think that you need to be an entity to be a demonic being. There are a lot of beings nowadays on Earth, like I've said before, who are living a life of this fashion. Just because you're astral projecting doesn't mean you're not going to face people like this or beings like this. You know, it's like the notion that there are good people in the world and bad people in the world. You're also going to get good beings, such people like this who are very one-sided in these types of arguments. The beings that are doing the positive, people like to call angels. They like to call them spirit guides, light beings. I would be conceived as an angel to these type of people who look at things very black and white. Demons, angels, hell and heaven. I would be seen as an angel because the way I look when I'm in the astral form. However, if I'm in a bad mood and I just start absorbing light and I turn black, people would perceive me as a demon or a devil. But it's funny how they automatically start to judge people based on how they look, and they put them in a box and just assume that they're going to do harm to them. That's more times often not the case. Let's carry on looking, shall we? Oh, this is weird. Okay, researching upon demon again, the second point here says a forceful or skillful performer of a specified activity. This is still under the definition of demon. I'm going to put this, yeah. Genius, wizard, expert, master, adept. What? I can't say that word because that's what? Taste master, marvel, prodigy, more. Wow. We got some more definitions here. Recklessness, mischief. How many people do you know in your childhood who's been reckless or mischievous? You know, this is under the definition of a demon. You know, a lot of people need to start researching the words that they're using, because they may have misperceived misconceptions behind the definition of the word, which is leading them to coming up to certain conclusions, which is stopping them from experiencing something that they're deliberately shutting themselves out of, which could be very beneficial to their life. Do your research before you decide to project all of that negative energy that you've been building up throughout your life after hearing and seeing things on TV, and that fear that comes with the word, such as a demon, that all the backing, all the crap behind it, just erase it by in the now looking into this stuff and just opening your awareness to how you could be missing out on certain types of pieces of the puzzle, which could lead you to having a new type of perceptual mindset based upon this activity of astral projection or OBEs. Let's face it, at some point everyone's going to pass away. It's best to get this stuff down in the now than waiting too long. His eyes are bursting with pure demon. Recklessness, mischief, devilry. That's like my boss, my manager. Of my first job I had in retail. Retail sucks. But yeah, that's just one comment. This has just been a video on not giving out so much energy when it comes to not directing energy by mistake. A lot of people do that by mistake, and they can ruin relationships, friendships, and family relationships within households. Not only that, but they can also ruin upcoming interactions with brand new people who they know nothing about, who have completely different mindsets, who aren't going to do the same thing to you than the previous people that have done certain things to you, which is why you're coming into a new relationship, no matter how diverse the relationship is with friends or family members or girlfriends and boyfriends. There is never a situation which is exactly the same. Everyone is vastly different when it comes to the way that they think or they see their external world, their reality, okay? So when it comes to you approaching a new situation, just remember the past stays in the past. It deals with people you've met in the past that are completely different with the people that you're meeting in the future. Therefore, you're never going to have the same type of outcome. Never perceive or put somebody in a box based upon your limited perceptions of how you think that person may behave, based upon the people you've already met that are completely different. You don't want to ruin your future. You don't want to ruin your new experiences, your new relationships. Every opportunity is literally brand new, and that's the wonder of life. That's the gift of the present moment. Being able to interact with new faces, new energies, new mindsets, new people, which help you resolve and dissolve old belief systems and mindsets, putting you in a new state of being, a new type of future, a new type of reality with new types of people that resonate with your new type of present day thinking. So I'm Ryan J. It's going to be about Do It, and I hope you enjoyed. I don't know if this was, I hope this wasn't boring, but I'll speak to you guys pretty soon.